Well, as Boyz II Men once said, we've come to the end of the road. There are just 4 bill passing days left in this year's legislative session before they hit that 120-day limit mandated by our state's constitution. And the lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are anxious to make progress on what they want, or in some cases just stop the other side from getting what they want by using political strategies like filibusters to stall the night away. John Croman is live at the Capitol tonight, where last night was a bit like that. It went on and on and on.
You could say that again, and there's another song about that, on and on and on. But anyhow, Republicans do say they want more of a voice in what gets done here. They want more say over what gets done, and if they don't get it, they will continue to kind of drag things out and slow roll things just to kind of send a message that they want a voice here. And it's very interesting that they say it's not a filibuster, but they definitely have ways to keep Democrats from passing their bills.
At the Capitol, unfinished bills are lining up like so many food trucks on John Ireland Boulevard.
Can I have the special with teriyaki sauce?
Which, by the way, is a good place to find lawmakers and lobbyists burning some downtime, waiting for the leaders to wrap up their private negotiations.
What we have seen is that it appears Democrats would rather work with an accused felon for a partisan vote on partisan priorities.
Republican leaders briefed the Capitol Press on their wish list, which for starters is being consulted more by Democrats on the big decisions in the final days.
Republicans do represent millions of Minnesotans, and their voice deserves to be heard. Legislating is not supposed to be at the tyranny of the majority. It is supposed to reflect the values of all Minnesotans.
The GOP contingent said at this point they won't go along with the $1 billion public works construction bonding bill if the Democrats insist on trying to pass the Equal Rights Amendment. ERA drew crowds to the Capitol Monday because it was on the House calendar, but by midnight,
I move that Senate file number 37 be laid on the table.
The ERA was tabled, along with 2 other bills, after Republicans stretched the debate into an 11-hour marathon that showed no sign of ending.
I move that House file 4657 be laid on the table. I move that House file 3276 be laid on the table.
Republicans want to keep the ERA off the ballot, asserting that voters won't understand that it adds abortion rights and gender identity rights to the Constitution.
They're used to a bill that came out of the 70s. This is just a euphemism for really an attack on religious liberties across the state. It is something that, based on the House language that's tacked on there, has become a very extreme bill, and they're only using that title of ERA on that to get this language across.
Republican votes are required for that bonding bill, which requires a 3/5 majority to pass, but time is running short. There are only 5 so-called session days left on the calendar, days when they can hold floor sessions, and they can't pass bills on the 5th and final one.
The most critical piece to this whole end of session is bipartisanship. Look, bipartisanship is going to be the spoonful of sugar that makes this whole end of session go down. If we can make that happen, working together, that's what Minnesotans expect.
Now, the Democratic leaders that talking about the Senate Majority Leader Aaron Murphy and the House Speaker Melissa Hortman did not go on camera today, but they did issue a statement which read in part, I'll read it to you, Republicans have jeopardized the completion of important work by intentionally throwing up roadblocks and delays on the floor in negotiations, and again today by attempting to score political points with the press and the public. We appreciate the Republican leaders accepting our offer to meet and hope they can come to the ongoing negotiations in good faith with an earnest dedication to the best interest of the people of Minnesota. And Jana, that ERA bill is not on tomorrow's calendar, but since it's been tabled, it can be brought back up and I guess reconsidered is what they call it. So we'll see if that happens, but for the time being, tomorrow's calendar is jam-packed with 5 other bills, including sports betting.
Well, you're going to be a busy man. Okay, so both parties are saying, hey, we're just trying to work for you, but the other party isn't letting us do that. Take me back to that ERA issue. Is it basically being held hostage and the Republicans are saying we won't help you pass bonding if you don't pass ERA?
It is, basically, that's essentially what they told us flat out today, that they don't like this ERA in its current form, and it's on their list of demands of what they want removed in order for them to vote for this bonding bill. And they said everything's negotiable, but they're really dead set against the ERA at this point.
All right, busy season for you, John Croman. Thank you very much.